I'm Teresa, a clinical sleep coach, and I'm here to share the best tips for better sleep while you travel. If you've been diagnosed with sleep apnea and you actually want to enjoy your time away, you have to bring your CPAP machine. Without it, you're going to risk fragmented sleep, snoring, and maybe disrupting other people you're traveling with. You might have excessive daytime sleepiness, which can lead to irritability, lack of focus, of course, loss of energy to enjoy yourself, and you will increase your risk for other serious medical conditions. So let's get into it. These are the best tips for better sleep while traveling, especially if you're wearing a CPAP. And I'll tell you why in a few minutes, but here's the list. Number one, light control. You want to align your circadian rhythm. Number two, routine. You want to set yourself up for sleep success, whether you are home or traveling. Number three is hydration for healthy mind, body, but also healthy airways. And number four, we'll talk about your packing strategy. So first things first, light control. You want to use light to your advantage when you travel and even when you're not traveling. This is going to help align your circadian rhythm. Here's why. Your natural body clock tells time with light cues. So naturally, the human brain increases hormone production for alertness when there is light, and it increases melatonin production to let us know it's time for sleep when there is darkness or a lack of bright lights. So you can actually hack your body into feeling a bit more awake and feeling like it's a different time if you have cross time zones, for example, just by getting more sunlight into your eyes and in through your skin. Particularly without sunglasses if you can. If it's very bright, you're driving and you need sunglasses, of course do that, but try to avoid them as much as possible if you're trying to get that energy boost. And of course, just make sure you're wearing sunscreen. Now, on the other hand, you also want to block out as much light as possible when it's nighttime or when it's close to your bedtime in this time zone. So keep your lights dim in your hotel room, face your electronic clocks down or put them away. We know that some hotel rooms have night lights, so we either want to unplug those or at least close the bathroom door to block out that light. Now, if you're comfortable with a sleep mask over your eyes at night, this is a really great way to keep light out and also a great way to get light immediately as soon as you wake up in the morning. I want you to opt for a silky material if you're going to use a sleep mask, and this will help to avoid too much pressure on your skin, leaving marks. It can also help to reduce dry skin or wrinkles. Now, if you need to get up during the middle of the night to use the restroom, try to use the flashlight on your phone or a lamp and don't turn on the big overhead light. Some people might even opt to bring a travel red light, and this is going to help you prevent any big disruption in the melatonin and other hormones that are helping to regulate your sleep quality. Just make sure, of course, to put your CPAP on when you get back to bed. You might want to leave the mask and the hose under your pillow, for example, and let it keep running. Or if you feel like you need to turn it off and turn it on, of course, just keep that in mind when you get back to your bed. Now, routine. Human brains crave consistency and they look for patterns. It seeks out these patterns, and that helps to set and align your circadian rhythm as well. So, this, of course, is going to help us achieve that deep, restful sleep that we want. Just think about children. They usually have a wind down activity and a bedtime routine. Adults benefit from this as well. We just all get so busy and we think we can do it all and we can take care of everything. And sometimes we forget that our brains are the same. We actually also do need a wind down routine. We can't go 100 to 0 and just expect to instantly fall asleep. So, what I'm going to recommend is 3 to 5 habits each evening as part of a wind down routine and getting ready for sleep. Now, these don't have to be complicated. They don't have to be time consuming, but they do have to be consistent no matter where you are. So, for example, if you're at home and you typically plug your phone in, then wash up, take your supplements, turn on your PAP machine, maybe you let it run for a few minutes to warm up. Maybe you put your mask on and you read a few pages of your book, or you just take a few deep breaths. We want to do that exact same routine and that exact same order when you're traveling. Don't skip any steps just because you're not at home. We want to set your mind up to recognize that after you do X, Y, and Z steps, sleep happens. You want your mind to know that you are comfortable, that you are safe, and that it is okay to go to sleep. Next up on our list is hydration. You might not know this, but our sleep affects the hormones that regulate hydration and water retention in the body. So if you have sleep apnea, it's especially important to use your CPAP every night so you get that good, deep quality sleep and prevent dysregulation of these hormones. Sleeping with your mouth open, with or without CPAP, can, of course, make your mouth feel dry as well. So we want to talk to your doctor about supportive accessories like a chin strap, for example. You might also want to talk to your doctor about getting a referral for an ENT doctor, an ear, nose, and throat doctor if you can't breathe comfortably through your nose and it is helping you to mouth breathe and maybe causing that dry mouth as well. More on hydration. Now, we know that it's important to stay hydrated by drinking water and eating whole, healthy foods like fruits and vegetables. But did you know that hydration can also impact our airways? So, we want to help keep the soft tissues of our airways moisturized. And in order to do that, we can not only try to breathe through our nose more, but also make sure to drink water throughout the day. If you're getting enough deep, healthy sleep and you don't have any other medical conditions, it is likely that your urge to use the restroom will be suppressed during sleep. This is very normal. But if you have to use the bathroom 1 or 2 times during the night, that's still pretty normal as well. If you're worrying that drinking water will cause you to have more bathroom trips, just make sure that you're hydrating sufficiently during the day and not loading up too much at night or during dinner so that you are able to process that. And if, again, you're worried about going to sleep with too much liquid in your body, just make sure that you're stopped drinking water 1 to 2 hours before your bedtime. Now, lastly, let's talk about your packing strategy. I want you to pack your machine in the manufacturer bag and keep any documents with it if possible. If you have your prescription, keep that in the front pouch. Now, you can throw this bag in your carry-on if you have room, or you can keep it separately. As a medical device, your CPAP does not count towards your baggage allowance, so you can just hold it outside of your baggage if you'd like easy access for security or a nap, or especially if you have a red eye. You do not want to disrupt your neighbors with your snoring and your drooling. You might be a little uncomfortable to wear your CPAP, but that noise is probably less disruptive than others. So you might want to also consider a travel size CPAP like the ResMed Air Mini. This is small enough to pack in a backpack or a duffel bag along with your mask and hose, of course. You will still have to plug this in though. So if you're going to be camping or without electricity for some reason, or you just want another easy option or even a backup option, you can look into batteries for your CPAP as well. Now, you can visit sleepplay.com to check out all these options, including the Air Mini and batteries and chin strap that I mentioned earlier. So definitely keep that in mind at sleepplay.com. And that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for listening in to my travel tips. And if you have any questions or a sleep tip of your own, leave it in the comments.